Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Gray Man Prepping. It's time for Tactical Tuesday, where we talk tactics, gear, and more. We're going to be doing some gear and tactics tonight, because tonight's topic is RV solar power. And how's everybody doing out there? All right, let me go up here so I can make sure I didn't miss anybody typing in there saying hi to everybody. So first one in tonight was Walt Rogers. Second one in was Phelan Clan Wolf, then Kalen Strain. Sue Me came in next, followed by Shenanigans. Diana 2, Lee at Cold War Prepper. Anna Froze, Mother Earth Garden Club, Holly Ivans. Everybody's saying hi to each other. Christy Betts is in the house. And okay, that's all. Looks like we got a few more got lurkers as usual. Lurkers, welcome. I'd like to have you here. If you at least hit everyone can hit the thumbs up, that'll help me out with YouTube's analytics. Oh, all right. J Dub is here. Hello. So this topic comes to us through a friend of mine, lives about a mile and a half away here in Idaho. Ben Gilmore, he has his RV totally covered on the top. He has 2,100 watt solar panels on top of it. So his RV, it's not RV, it's actually his travel trailer. And so he's generating 2,100 watts of power off of it in perfect conditions. And he's done all sorts of things. So I'm going to talk a little bit about his stuff here. He wasn't able to make it in tonight. So I will be talking about what he has and stuff, and compared to a bunch of photos I'm going to be showing here, things that work out and, for doing it. Now, one of the things is I do have an RV trailer up here across the street that, it had a malfunction a couple of years ago when we had real cold on it. Is the they had the old type gray pipeline water pipes in it. It's not PVC. It's not PEX. It was some polypropylene blah 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 one, which they stopped using in 1995. They stopped using it in 1995, and because it was having a problem, like when you hooked up to any type of city water and stuff, that they were using chemicals to sanitize the water and stuff for the city. The residues of the chemicals were reacting with this type of plumbing, and it split. It degraded the plumbing. It split, and it so I bought the trailer used, and so they'd gone around and they'd hooked it up, and so anyways, the pipes in it split and went water all over the place. So that's going to be one of my projects here down the road, is to fix that up. But it's got a perfect place in it for stacking a boatload of lithium iron phosphate batteries. But so that's going to be one of the things possibly use that for as well. All right, so let's take a look at some pictures here. And of course, the thumbnail has a nice Class A RV there. And why don't you take notice not too much about the ones down here on the ground, but how the ones on the roof are. They tilt up so they can track the sun. And that's some people have their stuff where it'll tilt up, others where it's just mounted permanently flat. So there's hang on. Cool. And that oops, whatever you want to put it, is a really, really good system that Minuteman Prep has rated and highly recommends it now. It's like it's you look at it, oh, that's not. You look at it, go like, whoa, that's more powerful than it looks like. Yeah. Bushcraft family, hey, welcome. All righty, so All right, so got a question here right off the bat. What is the best brand to get? We'll cover that in a little bit about brands once we get into here. I start talking about what some of them have. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. We got more people rolling in now. Hi. All right, so let me get over here. Come on, there it is. Now, some of them, the mats are they mount them down like these little flexible ones. They're mounted, they're glued on, and they are there. The aluminum frame ones, some of them are mounted flat, others flex up. They can angle them up or whichever way it is, and so that gives the ones that can actually they can aim towards the angle of the sun, gives them a lot more power generation because it's got full on look at the light. Whereas if it's flat and the light's coming in this way here, it's not getting a full hit. If it's up and it's coming straight at it, it gets more energy production. NC Farmer, welcome. Here's a couple of RVs, small camper style one up in the upper right here, another one here, and they have several of the big panels mounted on there to do it. Now those help out tremendously just in keeping the regular 12-volt battery systems that RVs and travel trailers have to run the refrigerators and stuff in them. So we've got a bunch of different styles here of the way people do it. Here's another looking down on top of another trailer, and they got theirs mounted flat. And so, and this is using one of the new newer style frames that basically builds up off. It's supported on the outside edges, and it lifts up. And so it's in the outside edges where you actually had the most strength of the roofs of the trailers and the RVs. And so it's bolted to those, and so it has more stability on it. And then they have the cross bars on it that they can mount everything to get more stuff on it. And you can actually get more panels on it because there's stuff up on top of the roof of the RVs and different vents and stuff and other things that keep you from using everything. And you get more of them on it. The one that Minuteman Prep is putting on his sits up even higher so that the AC units are shaded by the panels. So, but I don't have here. I haven't gotten a picture of Ben's yet here. And here's one that's this is actually installs actually going on. You can see the guy in the upper left there got his drill stick going on. He's drilling it. He has it angled so that it carries the wind up and over, and but it's above all the vents and the other things and the AC units and everything underneath of it. This here is actually the one that goes in the back of a pickup truck. This is really interesting is on this these panels here on the awning here. These are interlacing. So when it cranks in, the one in the front goes under the one behind it, goes under the one behind it, goes under the one behind it, and it goes back into it doesn't roll up like some of them do. This is just, it collapses in, and it's got a box unit it folds up into. So this is one where you're driving down the road. They are not exposed. So this has a plus and a minus to it. This will, once you're set up, you got it there, and it's good. Driving down the road, you don't have to worry about it in the wind catching it and pulling anything loose. But then you also don't have the ability while you're driving down the road of it charging the batteries up. Cost. So other garden club costs. It all depends on the company you go with. Some of them are, I want to term this right. Some of them are less costly than others. Some of them you're paying more than what you should for. So you got to shop around with them. Prepper 101 is in the house. Joseph Moore is here too. So let's go to the next one here. Now this one for a van living, they have it so it lifts up and it sets down, so they can park the van accordingly to catch the most sunlight. One thing I did notice on this is it's got a little trailer behind it, and there's no panels on that trailer. They're missing out, and I'll show you something here why I think they're missing out here. Here's another one where they got the panels on it, raises up and down. They can angle it to the sun to get the most sunlight conversion to energy that you can. I'm also trying to keep up on the side chat here. Yeah, things with the winds, the canopies, you got to be careful of. That one with the solar panels on it weighs a bit more, so it's not as light and flimsy as the roll-up awnings are. But still, if you get a really hard wind coming at the wrong direction, yeah, you could lose it. Panel sizes depend on what you buy. You can get some of them that are these here. Looking at these on this van here, these look like they're either 200 or 300 watt panels. It depends on where you're getting them from and how much you want to pay for them. The bigger panels generally cost more than the smaller ones for the same amount of wattage, but you're only mounting, like here they're only mounting 4 panels rather than 6 or 8 panels. So you got to decide, okay, do I want to pay a little bit more for a bigger panel so I have less mounting surfaces for it, or do mount a bunch of smaller panels? Yeah. And so there's monocrystalline and polycrystalline, and then there's another one. It begins with an amorphous or something like that, which is pretty much going by the wayside, but you can still get those around. All right, next one. Now this one, they didn't show the roof of it, but in the article they were talking about, the roof is covered with panels that are fixed mount flat on it. And so this is not a travel trailer, this is a cargo trailer, but they have the panels on it, and inside they got the battery system for it, and they got their inverters and everything else for it. Generally, they were talking about generally hauling quads or motorcycles and stuff like that in it. And Tammy of Rebel Canners is in the house, and so with a system like this, you get your batteries, you get your power in there. This would be more. You could take one of these cargo trailers, toy haulers, and convert them into a what's the word I'm looking for? Where they talk about to convert vans and like old U-Haul trucks into commando camping, so no one knows you're camping in it. And here's another one where they got the panels mounted up high, and then they have the power hooked up for inside on it. They didn't provide an inside one. I couldn't find an inside view of that one. Here's another one where they mounted the panels straight on it, and they got their the wire mounting in. Looking at this, I would be attaching some stuff to secure the wires there so they don't vibrate in the wind. There you have the inside where they got their charge controllers, and they get the battery in here. That shelf up there, I probably either underneath or on that shelf I would be adding more ion lithium batteries for it. And Lewis is here. It's the Marshmallow Man. And Lewis has been a member for 3 months. Okay, and this was just this one had an off-grid trailer, work trailer, on. I'm not sure if that's actually on the trailer or they stuck it on the photo, but it's got panels up above, and above the panels they got the pipe rack for putting, PVC pipe, whatever it is they're hauling, ladders and stuff above the panels. This one is kind of neat. Hey, Utah Mike, how's it going? Yeah, Utah Mike says I have a 200-watt mount on the roof and 200 watts portable panels. Yeah, going with combination. But what's neat about this one here is it really doesn't show in this picture, but those panels on the side fold out. And I got one where the wings are actually up on another one here. So they can adjust these so that the two wings can be adjusted to the sun. Then you have flat panels over the middle. And depending where the sun is, you can turn it either which way. You don't have to necessarily orient the trailer to the sun because you can tip either side up high or low to do it. And I think that is the last one. Okay, that's the last one of those. Let me get that down so I can do something else there on it. Just trying to remember which one I put it under. So one of the systems that was recommended to us, and it's same company that Kaylin won hers in a contest that I'm thinking about doing here. Let's see if I can find it here. I got to go through go through all my little folders to find where I had solar. There it is. Nope, it's not on this one here. It must be on my other one. Hang on. Let me see if I can find it this way here. I got to scroll back up here, see if I can find Kaylin's brand name here. It begins with O. OUPES. Okay. All right. Okay, here we go. Now, Minuteman Prep, let me share this here, did a review of both the Meg 2 and the Mega 5. The Mega 5, being is bigger, holds more, and it really wasn't, the price has gone up, but it's still discounted. It's at $3,000 for this one, which is really good. It has the 30 amp for a trailer you can plug into it. Just plug it in the trailer. Comes with extra battery units. You can get extra batteries for it. For both these, the difference is that the extra battery for the Mega 5 does not have solar input, while the extra battery for the Mega 2 does. So if you have plenty of panels, you can charge up the Mega 2 faster with the battery, the expansion battery on it. And Kaylin says she has the 602, the 6002. All right, and yes, I do have some suggestions on batteries. Give me a second here. So where is the... It must be this, I don't see 6002 here. It might be the 600. Yeah, a two-step on it, but Yeah. All right. Anyways, yeah. So, been talking to the wife. We may be getting a couple of the Mega 5s, one for the house, one for the shop, and then expansion batteries, but get them with the plug-in on it. So they're plugged in as well as having solar on it, but it can top off on the plug-in for a quick, if the power comes back on for an hour, it'll supercharge off the plug-in and then off the other. Nope. Okay, 600 watt. Okay, it's supposed to be 600 watt. Okay, got it. Okay. All righty. So batteries. Now, Ben over at Minuteman Prep has reviewed a lot of batteries, and right now, he's reviewed both the. Let's see if I can bring this other one up here. I'm going to show you some of the ones I got here set aside here in my wish list, and there's some of the ones he's reviewed. So give me a second here. Down, solar. There it is. Scrolling down past all. Okay, so some of the ones that Ben has done testing on is the Time USB, and he says they're good. They've been reliable. They passed all his tests and everything, the different Time USB ones. But then he also started testing. They got the stuff in it, and there's the attachment for the Power Queen, and the Power Queen is the one that seems to be is the one he gives the better thumbs up to. And this is what I have looking at several different ones. And here you can go to all the different ones. These are 200 amp hour ones. This is the 50 amp hour one. This is a 100 amp hour one. This is the mini. This is the newer one, which is a little bit smaller and compact, but it's still a 100 amp hour one. This is the 100 amp hour with the battery management system built into it. 100 amp. This is the Group 31. The reason why these are in different styles is because in people's RVs they have spots for different size ones already, and Power Queen is making them to go into those. The Group 31, the Group 24, whatever it is. It's just a easy swap out for it. And so, all right, so the Group 24, let's go and look at that, is $269. I mean, you just about pay that for a regular lead acid battery. The Group 31 is $249. Okay. The mini is $289 because they got to do a little more compaction on it there. The battery management, the one with the battery management system on it, is $3 something. Then you got like the this one here is the 200 amp hour one there. That's about the size of the 4D battery for construction equipment. And then this is the Plus, which is a little bit bigger. There's their 300 amp hour one. And then they also have the 24 volt systems in 100 amp and in the 200 amp. You can see the prices for the 24 prices there. I'm doing it. And so basically, I'm just going to drop this link here. You can go to all these from this. Drop that link in the description there, and that way you guys can look at all the different ones that Power Queen has. Now, like where did it jump on me? It jumped where it wasn't supposed to jump. Okay, for other solar stuff here, like Lee was talking about his security ones, they have solar lights, and Ben installed one of these at his place. Basically, it's a LED area light for the driveway, and they got different ones here, and they're solar powered. So you got that there. But where was here? Going back to my time, some more Time USBs. Where's the Lifetime? Is another brand on the Lifetime is another one Ben reviewed, and they have the adapters where you can charge them directly off the house current if you don't have solar panels. So like if you're in an apartment you can get the batteries with the charger on it, plug it in, and it'll keep the battery charged for when the power goes out, and then you can just attach, jump. If you have like one of the small power stations, they have an external port to attach an extra battery to. You can just connect that to it and gives you a lot more runtime. And now this is one of the things we're planning on getting for the house here. This type of system that tilts and tracks the sun. But we're getting the one that goes totally vertically, so snow doesn't build on it. So it'll fold up. We just go out there. It's not going to be mounted on the roof. It's going to be mounted next to the house, so we can go out there with a broom and clean it off. And we're also going to get the one that not only if it tilts this way, it tracks east to west as well. So that's one of the things we're going to be getting. Okay, let me catch up on the chat here. Garden State Gardener's in the house. Woohoo! Moon over Miami's come in. Yeah, I have a big box with 20 6-volt golf cart batteries in there. I'm going to be replacing those with iron lithium phosphate batteries because the cycle rate on the golf cart batteries is about 350 life cycles, which means if you take it all the way dead and bring it back up, you can only do it 350 times. So if you take it like halfway down and up, halfway down and up, that's 700 times. Quarter of the way down, that's 1,400 times. On the lithium iron phosphate batteries, you can take it down and up 5,000 times, and then it's at 80%. Yeah, which means you can still go for, and that'll take 5,000 life cycles is going to be years and years. Butch Graves. Hello. There, I unfroze myself. Lost communications with the computer on it. It depends how you do it and stuff. Like I know for what Ben did with his trailer, he converted a lot of the things in the trailer to 12 volt. So there's so he can run straight off the battery system. But he also installed in his trailer the Titan power station with extra batteries in it, and so all he has it coming in. There's only one conversion from the 12 volt panels into the Titan's input, and there's just the one it converts and does as the power station itself, and everything the big stuff like the AC units runs off of the 110 outlet on it. He also installed in his trailer the 12 volt mini split back in the master bedroom portion of it as well. So there are lots of options for doing things. And the thing is, right now, looking at the price to replace my 6-volt golf cart batteries is $269 and I got to get 2 of them to make 12 volt. So I'm looking at over $500 for a pair of batteries for it. I can get 2 iron lithium phosphate batteries for less. So actually right now the iron lithium batteries are cheaper than the lead acid batteries. Go figure. But I've noticed over the last several years the prices have been going and they've gone like this now for certain brands. Yeah, you can still find places that are charging way more than they should for those iron lithium phosphate batteries. You just got, you just got to remember, it's, you're dealing with, depending on your system, it's the most your solar systems are either 12-volt input, 24-volt input, or 48-volt input. And generally, you do the system, try to stick with one type system and go all the way on it. You can do Ben on one of his things. He did do a 48 system up on his cabin. No, he did a 24-volt system up on his cabin, and he just took the 12-volt panels and he did the extra wiring on it to make it so he ganged two of them together in series to make it so it was putting out 24, and then he put those all in parallel to do, so the whole thing was, the whole panel then was doing, the whole array was doing 24-volt on it. So if you're going to do if you have an RV trailer, or an RV, a Winnebago, a trailer, a travel trailer, a camper conversion, a pickup bed camper, whatever it is, I'm just going to call them all RVs here, which you go camping and stuff. It's basically self-contained, and if you could add power to it, the solar panels to boost its power usage, if the power's out in the house and it's like, oh crud, we need to move everything from the refrigerator out into the RV, where the RV has the solar panels on it and the refrigerator out there is working, that is a great bonus for you. So we got here. Yeah. One of the things that Ben also did, his refrigerator, which was AC, is now DC. He converted the refrigerator, got a high efficiency DC refrigerator installed in his trailer. Okay, all right, AC, DC. AC, the current is alternating. Back and forth, positive, and it's alternating at 60 cycles per second. DC is one line is negative, the other line is positive. So to run AC off of DC, you have to have an inverter. And let me go back here and I will show you inverters. You can buy inverters, and the inverters, like this, you got a 1500 watt surge. No, the 1500 watts continuous, 30,000 watt surge peak for like starting up an electric motor. And these both here, the only ones I look at anymore are pure sine wave. Pure sine wave basically means it's putting out nice, even flow sine waves, not step stuff, which causes problems with electrical, it's got problems with certain electrical motors, and definitely cause problems with electronic things like computers, stereo systems, and stuff like that. So, if you can do it yourself, or you can get one of those a power station where it's in there and you can just plug certain things in. What we're doing for the house here, we're not going to convert everything in the house to 12 volt. We're going to everything's going to stay 110. We're just going to get the ones that have the Opus here. Let's see if I can make this one big here. Come on, where's the big picture? There we go, a little bit bigger. So basically, I can plug 5 outlets into it, and then I got the 30 the 30 amp big one. All I need to do for my house really for us, because I got so much different backup lighting and stuff, I just need to have one for the chest freezer, one for the upright refrigerator, one for the furnace, and one for the water heater. When I go over to the natural gas on the water heater, because it'll be a on demand, so it has to have electrical power to it to run the forced air thing on it and everything else. It's a very, very low wattage draw unit, but it takes 110. And the same thing with the furnace. It's a low wattage draw, but it takes 110. Now I don't have AC here. Don't need it. Hey, I grew up in California, back in the 60s without AC. I know how to live without AC. And so with a system like this, I can run everything I need to in the house other than the lights off of this one unit. And in fact, I can run from that back in here and run all my run all my computers, because everything in here is hooked up on a office UPS system. So I just plug it in there and I can keep everything here going on that. My total wattage draw for the house for the items I listed, this unit here can handle 4 times that. So I'm good. J-Dub, I lived at the north rim of the Grand Canyon, a town called Fredonia, Arizona, 125 in the shade. We did not have AC there either. We didn't even have a swamp cooler there. We had a swamp cooler at the one house down in Sunland, there across from the Burbank Airport, but yeah, it's you can get if you get your body trained to it, you can take care of it. You can do with it. Where did I live in California? Let's see. I lived down in Glendale, where I was born. Then I lived up by the San Francisco Bay Area, up in Contra Costa County, which is a little bowl area off the Bay Area, and it gets hotter than blazes up there. Lived back down in Tujunga, then Sunland. Then I lived in the north rim of the Grand Canyon in Fredonia. Then I went back to the house in Contra Costa County, and I bought my own house, a couple blocks away. And now I'm up here in Idaho, where we get the best or worst of both worlds. It gets really cold in the wintertime and really hot in the summer. Lake Arrowhead, yeah. No AC needed there. Yeah. It's, like you said, best to learn to go without unneeded power. Yeah. Wood checked off say, no, I didn't walk up hills both ways to school. It was flat to the school, walking to the school. However, in Arizona in the wintertime, I was walking through 3 feet of snow for the 300 yards over to the schoolhouse, because I walked across the back field into the back parking lot of the school and then into it. But for trailers and RV campers, whatever, there's a lot you can do it. My mother and father-in-law had a small little travel trailer. All the lights in it were 12 volt. All of the all the lights were 12 volt except for the lights which were propane, with a little mantle on it. They had propane installed in it. Propane lights were installed as part of it. The refrigerator was 12 volt or propane, but it had several 12 volt batteries on it, but it also had an inverter system, so you could plug it in and it would charge the batteries for certain things, and it would switch over automatic switch over for the refrigerator and the AC unit to be on the air conditioner to be on the 120 volt AC power, and while it was charging the 12 volt batteries for the lights. And when they had little fans in some of the rooms, and those were 12 volts as well. Yeah. Mosquitoes as big as hummingbirds. My sister's down in Texas, and she says the mosquitoes down there are as big as the chicken hawks we had in California. But when it comes to the solar, there's a lot of research you can do on your own. But Minuteman Prep's YouTube channel, Minuteman Prep. He reviews. That's what one of the things he does. He reviews all the power stations, solar generators. They're not generators; they're power stations. They store power and give it out. They don't create power. They're not a generator. And he compares them all. He has a spreadsheet on it, comparing all the different ones, all the negatives, the positives, and he categorizes them by their output, by their sub mini capacity, moderate capacity, and then up to the mega capacity, which are the big, huge ones like the Mega 5 here, or the Delta Pro 2s, and the having a brain fart on them right now. Some of the bigger ones that he's got some of the real big ones that not Atlas, but he has his whole house now basically off. He's taking his house off grid, and he has enough solar panels and everything. The Apollos, yes, that's it. The Apollos. Thank you, Kaylan. Yes. Yeah, exactly. And every time he gets a new one, does a test, he updates the chart, and you can look at that chart. He has the link on. I'm not sure if he has it on his Minuteman Prep YouTube's homepage or not. The link to it in there, but on his company website, which is poweredportablesolar.com, he does have the link to it there. And I actually had some. It's been about a year and a half. I actually had Ben up here 2 different nights doing on it here. One night on Gray Man Prepping, and the other night on Camp Patton Family Compound, and I streamed it to both channels both times. But yeah, Ben he tests them all. He buys. Occasionally, a company will send him one, but generally he buys all the power. What he did with his trailer, the last before, he's putting the new upgrade panel on it, so he can put more panels on it. But with the 21 panels he had on it, he took it up to Island Lake, up by up by Yellowstone here at the scout camp up there. And he had it up there for the entire week and ran the AC the entire week up there. So he kept his travel trailer nice and cool up there for the entire week, and his battery bank was at like 75% when he got home. Mother Earth is right on that, Chekhov. You feed them lots of sugar, and they'll power your entire house. You get a bunch of kids from the neighborhood with a big hamster wheel, and they'll power the entire neighborhood. Yes. Yeah. The Oklahoma, areas in Oklahoma, especially Sulphur, Oklahoma, got totally devastated by the tornadoes there. All right. So let me do a right now. Let me see if I can find it here. I'm going to see if I can bring up Minuteman Prep's last video here on this. Minuteman Prep. All right, so let me just show you that. So I typed in Minuteman Prep. There's his. That's his thing. This is last one 4 days ago. Was on the small Upus, and then where's it? Okay, this is the one he did. This is it. The best bang for the buck solar generator. He did it 1 month ago. I'm going to drop the link for this video here. Just a second here. I don't want to get a ding here. Right now, YouTube's dinging everybody for showing stuff. I'll let you new channel. So here's the link for Minuteman Prep's video on the Upus Mega 5. The one he says is the best bang for the buck. And let me go back. And I'll throw up his, oops, too far. And this is his channel as well. Okay, hang on. Oh, all right. So Joseph's under watch right now, or under warning. Okay. He's Lawton, Oklahoma. All right. Exactly. Everyone, let's keep the people in Oklahoma in our prayers. Yeah, that's what the Mega. The Mega is if the Mega had the same setup for the backup battery for the expansion batteries that the Mega 2 does. We would go with the Mega 5, but we're probably going to go with the Mega 2 so we can quick charge more batteries. And actually, let me go back and look at that. I'm just looking, trying to see if it has the. I'm looking on something here for you guys. Okay, it's not saying how much it weighs. Yeah. So let me go to the Mega 2, see if it says how much it weighs. Yeah, because the Mega 2 is only $1,300 right now for it, and it's got fast charge on it. And that's why we're probably going to go with it. Well, the Mega 2, the Mega 5 has wheels on it. The Mega 2 does not have wheels on it. So, and probably what we'd be doing is, which one here? We'd be going with this version of it here, where it's got the 2 extra battery. You can get more than just one extra battery. And you can get, and you see it has another outlet down here, so you can stack another battery. I think he said you can do 4 extra batteries on it. So some generator companies do, especially if you're getting a whole house one and they're installing it themselves for you. Now, when Lee was talking about last hour in talking about his solar system and the downtime on it and stuff, when the power is out. I have 2 generators. I got one in California a 8,000 watt generator, and I have a 5750 watt generator here. That's a tri-fuel, runs on gasoline, propane, and natural gas. And our plan here would be, once we get these, if the snow is bad enough and the panels aren't, and it's dark and whatever, it's so cloudy that we're only getting like a 10% charge on the panels, we would fire up the generator for an hour and recharge all the batteries on the power stations. And they you look at them, some will charge in an hour, some will charge in 2 hours. You get it, you run it for that length of time. At the same time you're charging that up, you're running it to run the all your refrigerators and chest freezers, anything else, get everything cold as possible and going, and then you turn off the generator, and now you've got days again of power. Yes, I've heard that too. I've seen actually here on actually it wasn't on YouTube. It was on Tubi. One of the ads for Tubi was on Generac, looking for franchise people to buy franchise, to sell them. Oh, and Kaylin's still in their tornado watch. All right, which one's more elevated? What is it watch or warning? Or is it warning then watch? What is the most elevated level for tornadoes? See, I've never lived in tornado area. Where I'm at here, they've had, since I bought the first house here in 2016, there's been 3 tornado whatever, and it's miles away from us. We're off the tornado track. We are a little bit closer to the Grand Teton, so we're off the tornado track. Now, if you go over to the other side of Interstate 15, that's the tornado track. Had to sell a certain amount in your area, and that's hard. Yeah. Okay, so watches, conditions are right for tornado, but none detected or spotted by eye. Okay. All right, we're reaching out. Hope everybody got something out of this tonight. If you don't, hang on, where's the banner? Let me hit the right banner here. Down near the bottom here. If you need to, you can email me, and I can actually put you in direct contact with Ben, who answers a lot of questions all the time. He, that's what he does. And or if I can't answer it, I'll forward you on to Ben, and he'll cover it. Also, if you have any suggestions for topics for either here on Gray Man Prepping or Camp Patton Family Compound, you email the suggestions to this email as well. Good over here and grab the schedule coming up here. All right, so Thursday night is the midnight ride here on Gray Man Prepping. Friday on Camp Patton Family Compound at 8 o'clock Eastern Time is clothing allergies. We're going to talk about different types of clothing that causes people allergies and stuff like that. Saturday, back here on Gray Man Prepping, we're kind of talking about power again. It's the worst states for a grid collapse. So we're going to talk about what are the worst states to be in. And I froze. The worst states to be in when the grid collapses. Monday on Camp Patton Family Compound is what is hard to can. We're still continuing the canning series with Rebel Canners and Chef Tech there, and we're going to talk about what are the hard things to can, and we'll include things that don't even bother canning them. Store them other ways. Then next Tuesday here, I've had requests for this, so I'm going back to it. Bug out vehicles. All right. And this is kind of like this is sort of a sore spot for me, because to me it's like, oh, really? Don't spend a lot of money on a bug out vehicle. Of course, my son, my youngest son, Mr. Money burns a hole through my pocket as fast as I can earn it at my ridiculously high salary, wants to get one of these for his bug out vehicle. So that's coming up next Tuesday. And let me go back over here and see. The state of panic would be the worst state to be in during the power. Yes, checked off. You got to come to make sure you pop that one up. Yeah. Dealing with heat in an urban environment, wood stoves not. Yeah, especially in the San Francisco Bay Area, where you have the air Gestapo, called the Bay Area Air Quality Management Board, which is trying to eliminate all wood burning, all fireplaces and wood burning stoves within Northern California. But shenanigans, there's something. There is a state that's worse than California. So, alrighty. So with that, that's all the things come up. I want to thank everybody for their comments in the side chat here, and remind everybody, stay happy no matter what life throws at you. Don't let life get you down. Stay safe. Don't go out and do anything foolish. Keep adding to your preps. Water, food, medicine, clothing. Learn a new skill every month. And if you can, practice growing food indoors. Because, hey, in the wintertime, you want to be able to grow those nice vegetables and stuff, so you're not having to buy the crap from the store that is sprayed with gunk all over it. All right, everyone. Hopefully I will see you. Well, some of you, I might see some of you Thursday for the midnight ride. Hopefully I'll see you on Friday for at 8 o'clock for the Friday night on the homestead. All righty. See y'all later.